Hello, second channel fans. Literally put the camera in my head because I did a review of the boot cart, or I hope it's boot cart. I 150 this morning, and I wasn't feeling it at all. And actually, I quit halfway through, and then I just restarted and did the end. So the battery died. It was a lie. If you watch it, a lie. Battery never died. I felt like it wasn't doing much, and I might redo the whole review, but I need to do reviews real quick. So I don't know why I'm admitting to that on the second channel. I have a real hard time doing any foolies, but I love cream of wheat. That's the real honest truth. In this video, I'm gonna sell those in the yard sale. It's fine. That whole cream of wheat. I need to review this, the little Puffin, and it's a digital phono preamp. I know. It's gonna be like, I want it to be like a great review. So judging by how I took a $2,600 amp and was like, it's just good. I needed to like realign my key, whatever the hell Goku uses. And I can't review a thing here. Like, it's here because here's where the turntable is. And the cables I'm using are there. And then it goes to I'm using the boot cart amp for the analog input and the digital input, and I'm going to show it off for the review. So I'll keep this up. No, maybe I'll move. So here's my two choices. Either I bring in a folding plastic table, which I should have one down here somewhere. Over the rainbow, I have plastic tables. That's a 6-footer with naked hollow on it, but it's stretched, so I can't hang it up anywhere. Here's the 4-foot, and there's a 4-foot. This one's the most empty. Let's take this one. Boxes of units I haven't reviewed. The wire and the box to the atrium, the extra wire, a world's best thing. So let's steal this. But anyway, I have two choices. I could either use this table, which I'm carrying across the floor before deciding if I'm going to use it or not. One of these moments. And I could put everything I want to review up on top of this table, and it'll be like I'm sitting at a review desk here, blah, blah, blah. I could also not use this amp at all, just use the swans, which are up there in the back, and move these out of the way. That seems boring too. Or, third option, I've got several speaker stands, like nice ones, big ones. See, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I have the tiles. I have the tiles over there. I was going to put a speaker stand just here, and put a big fucking tile on it, and then put the turntable on it, because I need to bring the turntable basically here. The turntable needs to be close, able for me to like lift the needle up. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to play. Like, how do you review a phono preamp without playing music? Currently I have the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack in there, and I know that's going to be bad for YouTube. I have these fabulous 50s. I had a Steve Martin stand-up routine. It's going to be a lot of like, I don't know how I'm going to mute it. I guess I just mute the amp. Point is, I got to bring that turntable, that amp, and the unit I'm reviewing sort of clustered here. I didn't have that on for the entire thing. Sort of clustered here, so that I can do the review. And there's the wallpaper that's going to be used on that review of the Puffin. I forget what your actual model number is. There's only one Puffin by Parks Audio. So yeah, I mean, that's the best thing I can imagine. 3 beers and a lot of chicken wings and a Hooters anime girl. Fucking sold. Fucking sold. Fucking sold. I'm going to be eating my fucking cream of wheat the entire time we're doing this. Hope you're ready. I love cream of wheat, but it needs a lot of sugar. It makes any health benefits go away for my cream of wheat. So, if I use one of these stands, it brings the turntable up relatively high. Those are like 24-inch stands. Probably would be the least amount of butt fuckery. You ever see this? It's a Velcro dispenser for plants. Like, you can actually Velcro plants in place when you're outside. If you have the mesh, like tomatoes or something, you would pull this, go here, and go whoop. And there's your little Velcro tie. And it's made out of this green material. I don't think it's biodegradable, but it has like a fabric on the inside. like a plant fabric, probably plastic still, by the Velcro company. And it was as cheap as fuck because I was willing to tie up my audiophile shit with it because I'm not an idiot. What are you? You're a pry bar for something. All right, so let's see what you look like. Everyone else is Ned Flanders. Actually, I'm going to move turntable to the right because A, the turntable is never to my right, and that's sort of like a walled off area. I don't have to be there. I'd rather be able to walk past without the turntable. So I'm sort of troubleshooting, I'm brain shooting with you guys because I need to talk. I get in the zone when I've been talking for a while. And there's no cat for me to talk to anymore. I could, but then I'd be crazy. So, who do I have to talk to but you fucks? And I'm not even talking to you now. I'm talking to you in the future. This video won't be seen by the humans until at least 5-6 days from now. At least. These are actually the marble tiles I bought at Lowe's. Specifically for setting up a turntable on. Because one of the reasons I like turntables is they're very... not analog. Analog's not the right word. They're very mechanical. When you set one up, you're doing so in a way... I could probably turn that the other way, actually. It's more likely to tip left and right that way, but I don't think it's going to matter. Do the arm reach under, get your wrist there, and center it. Wrist there, and center it. They're like building a ship in a bottle. There's no point to building a ship in the bottle. It's just more difficult. And somehow that's why turntables are fun for me, because I'm an idiot. I want things to be more difficult. I need basically this whole fucking section, because I've got an extension cord here coming off of that Furman power conditioner. This is for the Puffin. I'll unplug it for now. This is one of those IFI AC purifiers, which are like, oh, those things are expensive and don't do anything, Zeos. Yeah, but you know what they do? They give you an earth ground, so you don't have to shove a fucking... You can do that. You can literally do that. This is just an extra mica cable, but this gives you an earth ground true banana plug there. So that'll take... It actually does take care of the noise, the ground aspects of the Puffin. So I'll take this off of here. And then you're the power plug for the U-turn orbit. By the way, Mauricio, if you're watching, contact me. There's a million ways to do it. Mauricio is the guy who loaned me that U-turn orbit turntable back in my old apartment like 4 years ago. And he then disappeared. And it's one of those cases of like, did he just forget? We like ate and had lunch like at least more than once. We talked about his family. Like it was a nice time. It was a nice time. Are you fucking kidding me? Both of those are in use. Both. All right, stealing the one from this because I'm not using this. Actually, if I put... Why is the sub plugged in with that? That's dumb. Let's undo that. All right, so now you're plugged in with this. Okay. Now I could steal one of these back. And of course, I picked it up on the wrong side of that wire. These are like the most fun I have for a review is the setup part. Like if I'm doing an interesting fucking layout. And it doesn't take long. This will probably be like a 40-minute video. I say, with a concerned look. But this will be like a shorter 40-minute video. Just me dicking around with audio stuff. Like the actual recording is like, all right, I'm done. Let's go. This is where the magic happens. This is where I decide how to design. Designing systems is way more fun than using them most of the time. Like if I was ever, for some reason, and this would be a real weird fucking scenario, if I was ever like in charge of a Formula 1 team, I want to be one of the engineers. I want to set up the cars. I don't want to drive them. I don't need that fucking, like I never even like competing in sim racing. I just want to have fun in sim racing. But setting up the car, to then have fun in sim racing? That. Turntable there. You know what I could actually do? It's been a while since I've done that. I could have the Puffin, which is a small little thing. Don't even put it on a table. If I put the amp here, get rid of that entirely. Just have this all open. Turntable, Puffin, amp. Because the amp's not the thing. The amp shouldn't be in the middle for this. But I need to still be able to control it. I mean, the amp could be just away. Maybe the other small one for the amp. So far I brought that table over for nothing. Which is fine. I don't mind moving things and clearing things up. And no shoes in the goddamn VR rug. Oh, it reminds me, this channel is going to get a video on the VR setup. Just to explain what's going on. I mean, it's not that complicated. But I feel like I wrote that down in my list of things I want to do, and it was VR setup video for second channel, and so therefore I have to do it now. There was a point where I thought that was a great idea, and if I said it in the past, you know I meant it. So we've got power. This is the fiber optic input, which is coming from the phono preamp. These are the analogs. I could unplug those from here for now, because they're not. They're gonna get replugged. And I could actually get shorter ones too. Maybe I'll get shorter ones. I'll get more expensive shorter ones. That's what people want. They want more expensive things. Now this has an amplifier in the bottom of it, which is making it extra heavy. So let's just... Everyone else is Ned Flanders. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Push. I always thought that amplifiers on pedestals was a cool way to do it. Feeling it. Oh, look at that. That needs to be... Is there a dead... It's a dead fucking bug. Fuck. I can't air blow it either, because it's gonna get it's gonna be a mess. I'm trying to eat here. I'm trying to fucking eat. I want anything to leave me alone so I could eat. This needs more milk. I had a heaping third of a cup, and only wants a third of a cup. I had exactly 2 cups of combination of milk and water. Also, I boiled the sugar into it. Not quite a quarter cup of sugar, but a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. There you go. Give her the old shoe. That's the thing. No one on the video is going to see that stink bug in there. A dead stink bug. But I know it's there, so I have to move it. I don't even know what the fuck my vacuum is. It's a strap. Ooh. Blow your ass out of there. Ha! Ha ha! Just leave this out for the review. People have so many questions. Too many questions. Too many questions. Okay, so I should have reviewed the amp up there too. So now, do I have anything taller than these stands? I think my only taller stands are over here. And they're not great looking. They're actually the cheapest of the stands. Everyone else is Ned Flanders. That's me. I got stupid songs stuck in my head also. It doesn't help anybody. Those are my shoes are just making the most fucking noise. So, like that. How's the light looking? So it's gonna cast shadows. You can see see everything fine. A little bit intense, weird murder shadows. Like you don't ever want to be taking a picture of where the light's doing that. You want to be lit. So I might have to go back a little further, which means I got to push this back a little further over that stink bug. It's okay, buddy. You're dead. No one feels you. So now, let's move the Puffin. I'm gonna unplug. Don't fall down, please. Your glass and anime figures. Two things I don't want to ever fall down is glass, and then more importantly, glass covered in anime figures. The fuck? Oh, that was the sound of the fiber optic plug. That looks like shit. We gotta put something on top of this. Mouse pad would work. Upside down mouse pad. Something to just like, there's something that's a better fit than that. This is for the amp. Something small and black. We'll have a ton of foam up here, but it's all foam. Don't you hate it when all your foam is foam? Yeah, it's not gonna stay. I just want one that doesn't look like the top of an old, dirty thing. Ooh, you're beautiful. That's a beautiful piece of foam. Look at that. It's crisp and clean. Black is important because light, at least the old GoPro. This is the 10 I'm filming with now because it's my actual review headphone camera. It's actually going to be sitting on this, so that's not bad. Where is the Puff? I left the tool in it to remind everyone else that if you do a firmware update, that's going to fall, isn't it? If you do a firmware update on the Puffin, you have to open it up. These are a set of cables that somebody made for me. I think the same guy who made me the red cables that are there, the Australian guy, I think he made these for me as well. Super fucking nice. Like Amphenol connectors, gold. And like they're heavy, but they're I don't know, I've been using them for the turntable for years. The fuck was that? Locating nearest weapon in my brain. Oh, it's just shit falling down over there. I took out the keystone of the fucking foam pile. I'm like, all right, if I just whip this around, that'd be a good weapon. You can't get to your shoddy fast enough, bro. It's another thing. At least when Chewbacca was here, I knew that if I needed to fight somebody, she got my back. Cat would have my back, no problem. So yeah, these are not going to be long enough to get to the turntable with ease. So we're going to have to get some longer RCA cables. I'm eating the fucking cream of wheat. Relax. God, people are so insistent. What do I have that's long but not? None of these are very long. That's the problem. I don't think any of these are actually long, like lengthy long. Like I need like 8-footers. What are you? What are any of these? You are about the same length, so you're not long enough. Big loops. You look a little bit longer. You look like a 6-foot length because it's got to go to the back of that and up. I had those really long ones, but I don't think you want to use really long RCAs for a turntable for the signal feed. I mean, that'll work. That'll just be a little bit tight. Input side's on the left, which would have been a good reason to keep the turntable on the left. All right, you're a maybe. Something longer than 6 foot would be appreciated. This looks, oh, what are you? Yes, I know they should be labeled. I know I'm a dumbass. Oh, these are just a little bit longer than 6 foot. How? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they've got these little tags on them. Signal source. And, you know, directional RCAs. But here's the thing. They only connect the ground on the source side and not the other side. So if there's a ground issue on one, it doesn't bring it to the other. So that actually does make sense. So the source is going to be the turntable. So we got to push the other ends here. Everyone else loves Ned Flanders. That's the only thing stuck in my head. I don't know if that's good or bad, Vuju. These are $2,500 triangles, which I'm sure they're going to ask for back, so don't fuck them up. And now I need... Actually, I could use that other set. These are the long ones. Put those down on the carpet for now. I could use this set to go to the analog inputs of that. Will I have enough room? Because I want to be able to wield this thing up in the air to show it to you, I think. These might be too short in that case. Yeah, they're going to be too short. Where's that 6-foot set that I just had? No, no, really long. Guess that was you. It's all right. I wish it was actually sponsored. Here's the thing. I got these cables from World's Best. See, these don't have the tags because they're Gotham Swiss cables, which is slightly different. Different bend. You can see they hold weird shape better or worse, depending. But they just sent me cables and like, this is like $2,500 in cables. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I can't pay my bills with cables unless I sell them, which is not the point. Just word out to anyone who's trying to become a YouTuber. Make sure companies pay you in money. The only company I'm currently using bartering for like ads is Triangle, because they let me keep the towers, which are like, I don't know, $1,400 each. It's like $3,000 for the pair. They're like, we'll let you keep those and the $1,000 pair of speakers, and we'll pay you $1,000 and give us 3 ads. And I'm like, that's fine, but I have to sell those to make money, and I have to sell the other ones to make money. You only give me $1,000 for 3 ads. You let me keep things, but I know how much it costs them. The thing is, I know how much things cost companies. So, $1,000 pair of speakers should cost a company no more than $300. So they're getting a good deal on my ads. But I like Triangle, so I'm gonna be like, that's fine. I'll work it out. Here's this. Power's there. Amp is there. Amp's there and plugged in and crooked. All right, amp is now straight, just like me. Power on the amp. Lower the fucking volume on the amp. Jesus Christ. We're gonna need this in arm's reach. Let's move the turntable, which has been meticulously balanced. If you've never seen my magic deck of playing cards, I have a really gaudy, terrible, accidentally sent to me by Amazon set of playing cards. Here they are. They're all $100 bills, but like fake plastic gold money. And I ordered a necklace, a Minecraft necklace from my cousin, my little cousin, my goddaughter. And they sent me that instead, and I was like, no. And they were like, all right, we'll send you the necklace also, but, you know, keep the cards. So I had to figure out what to do with those cards, and they're literally perfect for sliding under the feet of a turntable to level it. Or under the turntable, under the feet of any equipment, really. Gonna end up centering that. So yeah, here's what the cards look like. They are absolutely appalling to look at, but they're like a nice plastic material. Like, they don't bend. They're probably waterproof. And you just slide them under the legs of things to level it. So I have a whole 52 of those that cost me $0. That's gonna bother me. I'm sure everyone on YouTube will, there'll be a laughing stock of YouTube if I don't straighten that out. There'll be a twist in my wire. I may or may not keep, it's such a nice piece of fucking foam. On the Parks, this thing is also black on black. See, that's my problem. If I pick it up, the wires are gonna literally knock this thing around. Do I have a black tile? I used to have black tiles for the fucking old... Yes, I have black tile somewhere. Shit, is it in the garage? I hope it's not in the garage. I used to have black tile for in front of the fireplace in my old apartment because I made like a little mantle. Look up. Where is it now? I feel like I've seen that shit. Roof tiles. Roof, yeah, they're called roof tiles. Fuck, where have I seen that? Leaning against something. They're not big either. Are they in use somewhere? Did I use my black tiles? Wow. I feel like this would just delay the video about 350% if I went on a fucking search for the black fucking tiles I used to have. Oh, they're there. Literally, they're in this fucking space. They're right there. That's right. I'm using one to block the side of the... using one to block the side of the UPS over there. Oof. All right. When something's dirty and dusty, put it on your carpet. Go. Oof. There we go. Right as rain. Actually, I'm going to give this an actual wipe. Actually, I actually do have rubbing alcohol. This is 99% rubbing alcohol. Originally was lighting this on fire to burn spiders in the basement. Before I figured out that life hack, which if you don't follow me on the life hacks, you should. The life hack is, how do you keep spiders out of your basement? The answer? Never turn your lights off. I calculated it to about $50 a year, but the electrical rates have gone up about 2 cents. And now I have many bigger lights. Like this is now 3 spots, and I usually should have 2, and they're 13 watts instead of a single 9. So it's probably $80 or $90 a year to leave every light on in my basement LED. But never a spider down. Not on the floor, the running around the grass spiders, but the ones in the corners, there are no spiders. Is that worth $80 for the year? Because I pay for a fucking exterminator, and you know what? He charges me $150 twice a year. So you tell me, are you fuck? Everything about this is saying put it on the other side, because the RCAs are on the right hand side or the left hand side here on the back. Which I guess once I put this back on top of the tile will be closer. It'd be so much easier if I wasn't a dumbass and I just put them on the I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I want to go with the shortest run possible is the only thing. As I put this on top of the amplifier, which another nice thing about a concrete floor is I could put that on a speaker stand and I could dance next to it all the fuck I want, and it doesn't make a fucking difference. Put that. Oh no! Oh! That was the thing. That was the $600 Puffin just going hoots. I lost the fucking key. Well, let's see if it turns on. That'll be nice. And I didn't want to film this. There's the key. I mean, it's a solid state device, and it definitely made the sound of hitting the base of that speaker stand. See, this is what OCD is the biggest problem on earth for shit like that. That's an OCD problem. Because I could have easily just went, oh, I'll get some longer RCAs, it'll be fine. But there's just enough tension here that it's like fucking with it. It's like, fuck. Plus, these RCAs match. And if I put those longer ones on, they'll have different connectors. They won't match. I could just bring the turntable closer. I'm also going to be sitting like between the speakers, what I guess is fine. The hardest part's going to be demoing things. Like just at all. What am I going to be sitting on? Do I sit on a chair or do I sit on the ball? God, I can't believe it just fell straight down. With an impending ding. I'll probably ball this. Which is going to put the Puffin perfectly where I want it. Right in front of my face. Even this ugly Rockville stand. Don't fall again, please. How do I keep it from... Oh, there's all sorts of hair and shit stuck to this. Probably Chewbacca's hair. This is one of the end pieces. Got it on both sides. How do I get this to be like, if I take the tension off of this, tie these two RCAs together. It doesn't help much. It does look nice though. All right, we'll do that. Didn't I just say I had a world's best cable tie? Here's one, and here's the other one that I had. Problem is I need more cream of wheat. I promise you I don't drop everything that I own. That was an exceptional failure. Probably due to the filming. I'm gonna blame the filming. This way, this gets tensioned over here. I think I'm putting cream of wheat on this. It's fine. Life is fine. I'm actually gonna put this through here where I can tighten it. I usually don't for Velcro ties, but I'm gonna do it for this one. There we go. Some shit stuck to that. Oh God. I just made it way worse. Way worse. If I can get this like attached to this, I could also bring that closer. I had it that far away just because. All right, that is not unsatisfactory. Satisfactory, get it? Satisfactory? I'm trying to think how I could hold this up without a clip. If I put another tile on top of this tile and just have a little thing that's just like whoop, it'll hold it to that corner without it adding an actual clip. It's fine. Zeos is fine. I'll be very proud of this review when it comes out. I would have done all these things. I also like having, or not having to, but getting to, oh no. You're just in the way with everything. Not having to, but wait, drop that fucking thing. I get to tear it down. Like people who own their own homes, like I own my home now, yay. But most of the time it's like, I like the temporary setups. I like plastic tables because guess what? I get to remove those and change it up and do everything. Again, just do it again. Do it again. These are too dirty to use. My microfiber, I should have never tried it. So like I get to set this up like this. It's kind of cool the way I did it, and then I can tear it down and change it to something else next time. Mm-hmm. So now I just need something to put, oh my God, that was filthy. A wire tie or just a piece of string, just something to hold it over there now. That's too thick. That's too thick. That would require me to take everything, unplug it, and run it through this to do that. Unless I folded it like this, then it's not too thick. Let's do that. Or thick clear wire ties. Really thick, like double. I forget what these are from. Some, oh, maybe a hose. Like this fucking wildly heavy. Like, now I gotta pull this out. It left streaks. Streaks that will be visible on camera. God, you think tiles just sitting in the basement would be clean? Oof. These maybe are not clean enough for camera. These things have a face for radio. And all right, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do one. Did I twist this? I did. I twisted it in a bad way. Two. And then I'm gonna slide this underneath the other tile. It's nice and flat. squish. Now there's no tension on it because it's attached. The only thing I have now is this tile is sliding on that tile, which can be fixed with a very small piece of paper towel. That's how you get your cutting boards to stop sliding. You put a damp, like full-on towel under it, and it literally won't move. So that's attached. That's attached. Put the power cord around the back. Actually, put the power cord in there too if I really wanted to be anal about it. Just remove one loop and put it in there. I don't want a thicker power cord, but it'd be nice if it was a little bit... When it has to plug in on the top, I kind of want it to look nicer. This is going to be fancy. This thing is $690 for this revision with the fiber optic. The one on Amazon that I'm going to link to is $489, I think. The one on Amazon has only the analog outputs, which means you're using the DAC internally. This one for like 600 and something, 629, I think. Fiber optic in the back to go to that. I'm not going to use that fiber optic. I'm going to use another fiber optic, which fiber optic cables, in case you're ever in my basement, come way over here. This is the box. Do I have anything nice? Tell me I'm out of nice fiber optic cables. I have like this one's like 40 feet long, or we got these shit ones, which fiber optic doesn't matter. You heard me right. Fiber optic doesn't matter quality wise. I still like Amazon Basics ones better though. They're just built nicer. It affects the sound 0. Use one of these really skinny motherfuckers. Prove that point. Fuck, am I gonna have to buy new fiber optic cables? What a load of horse shit. Which one's that? I don't know, that's not even a brand. It doesn't have to be very long. It doesn't have to be very long. That's what I'll do. As much as I want it to be an Amazon one, wait a second. Do I have an Amazon one just hanging out on my desk here? There's one, there's one. Here's one, but that's going into the rack there. You're the main feed for the whole rack over there. I'm not gonna steal you. There's one on the floor. What the fuck are you doing? Where the fuck do you go? Hello? You're coming off. Oh, I can steal you because you're not in use anymore. This whole thing is debunked. When I was using the... unplug that too. When I was using the Pi hat, the Pi 2AS, this was converting one of the coaxial outputs to a fiber optic, and then these splitters that convert also just double. So it's coaxial in and coaxial out and fiber out, so it makes a splitter. I have the same thing in use over there, so we don't need this, but could prove the point when using it. Anything fiber optic-y goes there. So coaxial digital cables go on the daybed. Let's put away the shitey small fiber optic. It's a long boy, but it doesn't matter. That's one of the points. It's like you could run a 7. I should have used a really long one just to say, hey, look what you can do. Look what I can do. That's what I'm gonna do, isn't it? Fuck. Just to prove a point. It's to prove a point. Actually, you're a real long RCA, aren't you? Really long coaxial digital RCAs get hung over the subwoofer without loops in them. Oh, you're an extremely long one. Okay, thank God. Figure that out. So, everyone else loves Ned Flanders. So that whole thing was just like it's coming to me. Like it's coming to me. The points I want to make during the review. I'm building them currently. Give me this insanely long fiber optic. Like, why are there so many? I'm trying to pull them apart based on texture. You're not part of it. Here we go. Okay. So here's the one I just salvaged. Let's put you back into the bucket. This one's like 30 feet long. And one of the points I'm going to make about this phono preamp is once you have it in the digital realm, you can use a 40-foot cable. You can put your turntable in the back of the room, put your amps in the front of the room, and not even worry about analog. Beautiful. And you can tell this one's marked with these yellow things, which means these were the cables I used in my living room at the old apartment. And I marked it with a yellow because I had individual fiber optics going to the left channel and the right channel, and the DACs were there. So that was the indicated part. Everyone else loves Ned Flanders. That's me. Fuck, I can't get that out of my head. Please, someone commit me. Someone commit me. Let's try not knocking over things. Okay, that goes there. You come up around, unplug you from there, and you're gonna feed you back. Get up in there. Oh, for fuck's sake. FFS. Stick you down there so you don't get lost. You come around. Okay. Because you know some audiophile fool is going to be like, what? I could have a 50-foot fiber optic. I think it's a 50-footer. I'm pretty sure I had like a 30 and a 35, or a 40 and a 50. It was a long one. At RMAF, we had 300-foot HDMI optical cables gifted by Monoprice. It was ridiculous. Okay. Whip that out during the review. Oh, we need the ground. Which you do actually need. And this is another thing that I'm going to have to put into the bundal. Should I separate this entirely and just make this 2 individual wires? Because I could still use it as a speaker cable. How many of these do I have now? Because it'll make it look nicer during the review if there isn't just a loose one fucking hanging here. Blah, blah, blah. I did it already. You can't stop me. Micah will send me them for free. I'll just be like, hey, Jack. Jack's the guy that works at Micah. Or he works at the company that represents Micah in America. Which is why he doesn't have all the answers. I'm like, why aren't they going to make a bigger speaker? When am I going to get a Micah RB62? And he's like, I don't know. They won't do it. They keep coming out with the same small shit. And I'm like, well, it's fine. It's like, I don't want the RB42 not have existed, but could you imagine an RB62 or an RB52? Even just a 5 1/4. They've never made a non-4-inch fucking speaker. They would kill it. Micah would fucking kill it. Imagine a $225 RB52. Ugh! Just the same retardo driver that's just thick and needs 700 watts and it's, why can't I make things happen? I need to make things happen. All right, what needs power? You are plugged in. Yes, you need to be plugged in. Do they make a vinyl of copyright-free music? Because that would make my job a hell of a lot easier. Or safer. My job doesn't get easier, it just gets safer. These balls all have like a heavy spot and they roll towards it. That's not the floor, that's the ball. I know because when in my shower, if I wanted to not bother me and put it in the corner, I have to like rotate it a specific way with a label and the pin or like, and then it stays where it's supposed to be put. Like, look, now it's perfect. Okay, we don't need this. I do need this. I do need, here's the box to the Puffin. The fuck are you? Tips for best sound. I'm incapable of touching things. There you go. I don't want to use the triangles as a fucking table. It comes with this, which confuses people, which is why I want to mention it. I don't know what's going on in that chat. Let's make music happen. Sweet shin music. Never run a turntable with the lid down. It builds up static electricity. Spinning. Which means I can't really play music here and now for you guys, because this is also going on YouTube. And even if I'm not monetizing it, they'll be like, Japanese music banned from YouTube. All right, all the way down. Puffin's on, I think it's number stereo, grade, magic, derumble, room EQ, load balance, phase. I built my own EQ for these, which is fucking wild that I could do one on here. Air warmth gain. Where the fuck is it? Out. Oh, out. All right, 2496 is correct. That's spinning. Sitting on a big ball is odd. I do need like a duster for just dusting things. I should hide those wires that are just like strewn. I mean, hiding the strewn about wires is probably the least of my concern right now. But it's always in the back of my head. Oop, I missed. Okay. So now if I put up the amp, mute that because I can't play it. But now we are playing off the vinyl through fiber optic, through a very long fiber optic. If I want to switch, I hit this. It switches to analog. I hit this. It switches to line. I'm gonna have to adjust this for where I'm sitting, which I can do. This is actually a little bit low. I might need a shorter. I'm gonna need a shorter fucking thing. Good. You're fine. Let's swap this out with one of these. These are going in the yard sale. I'm tempted to buy these. They're just so well built, and they're so good for vocals. Oh God. Plus, I can't see the amp. Any chance I get to show off more than one product at a time, I try to take that chance. Okay. Because I did all this shit with the fucking tiles. I'm gonna do some fancy dancing. Yeah, it's gonna be better. I can move this out of the visual. Throw you out of the visual. This is only added because... Oh, I could use this one too. Okay. Hi, girls. Gotta throw this out of the visual. You is what was powering everything. I can actually just physically unplug you. Although I'm gonna put the turntable back there, so like I don't think it's gonna stay on a pedal. Although think about how cool it would be with just speaker stands with different equipment on it. It'd be fucking awesome. Be fucking awesome, guys. I have to blow my nose. Hold on. My ears popped. As an audiophile reviewer, it's like, did my ears pop? Am I going to hear better or worse for the next 20 minutes? Do the jaw exercises. I don't think there's anything else in here, but there was a thumb. It's kind of creepy that there's a thumb there. Just saying, like they could have taken a picture without the thumb. Oh, God. I didn't even notice that. Did I even mention that in the fucking unboxing? I don't even, that's fucking creepy. Serial number 01. What's this one? 1369. Okay, I forgot that it was 69. I remember that. Oh, I'm going to use that as a table for a second. We can only resist for so long. How do you open? I know how to boxes work. I run it. Oh, no, it doesn't pull like that. I just, it's like that. All right, there's nothing in here but the little manual, which I'll bring out because apparently the red Puffin manual is like $3.99 extra. So nothing else is coming out of here except for that fucking hand. Oh my God. It's got to be the guy Parks, right? It's got to be his hand. It's creepy. I didn't realize how insanely creepy that packaging is until just now. So, for best sound, moving coil loads. I read through the instructions. The instruction of this, I could read the instructions for an hour to try to explain it, but I'm literally going to link them. Like, I'm going to link the units, then I'm going to link the instruction manual, because it's like, just read what this thing can do. Built by a madman who has similar things, similar Shannon Parks. He has similar aspects on vinyl than like I do. It's like, yeah, vinyl is great, but can we improve it? Like, it's been 70 years. Can we just, you know, digitally correct the pops and shit? Where's my water? Now I'm choking on fucking dry cream of wheat. Life's hard. Plus, there's also exposed fiberglass. I have the material to cover it. It cost me like $75 to get it. I just haven't stapled it up yet. Soon. Okay. So I think we're almost ready. We've got the Puffin box. The setup's working. Why are you blinking? What? Why is that blinking? I just reviewed that unit. There's nothing about it blinking in anything ever. Why are you blinking? Hello? Are you gonna watch me lose my fucking mind here, right here? Why are you blinking? Oh, because it's muted. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a thing. Wow, I should redo the review of the boot car, because I was so down. I'm just down this morning, and I've got so much shit going on in my life. Tomorrow is a stream, but I'm also prepping an area because I'm adopting cats from my parents' house, not to into the house. They're basically feral cats, but they're like in the house in the Bronx where I started doing reviews, and my father can't keep up with them. Like, he's broken. My father basically can't. He's like so weak from COVID because he didn't get his vaccine, and then he's had like needs hip surgery, and he's not qualified to get it yet, and it's just a fucking mess. So now I'm like, I can't keep going to the Bronx every week to feed and take care of 4 cats. So I'm just going to adopt them, bring them to a shelter, get them done up, bring them here. I have 11 acres of land. It's the beginning of spring. They've never seen grass before, but I'll give them a little shelter outside. I'll take care of them best I can. But I mean, when I let Chewbacca out in the grass for the very first time in her whole life, and then she figured out that she liked it and she wanted to go out all the time, like, I want to give this to those cats. They deserve at least that much, because some of them are almost as old as Chewbacca. They've just been around for that long. So I told my father, and he's like, what are you gonna do? You have your hip's broken. You can't come here. Well, he can come here anytime he wants. Just he can't take care of them, and I'm not gonna leave them there to suffer. So that's the kind of sons I'd like. It's ones that say, hey, you're fucked, Dad. I'm gonna just do this on my own. Select full or easy. This is the menu. Jesus Christ, it's so big. It's so big. Okay. Actually, that's an important one. Okay. Maybe I'll leave that page open. That's playing. This is on analog. We just hit enter to change to 2448 or 96. We switch that to optical 1. We unmute it. Wait for it. Okay, I think we're other than straightening up some wires, because those wires I want to show off how long that wire is to go from here to there. But that's a clusterfuck of shit. Although I should explain the signal path. Plus, do I really want to use Cowboy Bebop? I feel like Bebop's going to be the worst as far as like copyright infringement shit. Because I gotta play something. Music Machine, original stars and original hits. Casey and the Andy Gibb posters? What? I didn't get those bonus posters. Fuck. Yeah, this is much more accessible, and I can bring this a little closer to me. That's a little bit. Can I tilt this? See, I don't know what you're seeing. if I pull this up and then push this down, it'll keep it there. Do I have foam? I have foam, I think. I have wedge foam over there. I also don't want the reflection right in that screen because that's gonna be useless. Oh, that's a fucking giant. I'm not gonna be able to do that without like completely negating the fact I put tile on it. Am I? Oh, it's super thin. No, it's not enough angle. Getting it to just tilt like would be nice. Just up. Okay. I think that last little bit of journey I'll do on my own. Let me finish my goddamn now cold cream of wheat. Still amazing, by the way. Anything else I got to set up? No? Turntable, ball, this. Still fucking greasy. It's like greasy now. It went from dirty fingerprints to greasy. And of course you're going to see every bit of this in the review. Let's like turn the tile upside down. It's just rough, isn't it? It actually might be better contrast. Excuse me, $2,500 speaker. I'm also going to lose the... Just let this hang. Do this. Yeah, that's fine. That'll look fine. Okay, now unhang this. Get under there. Get under there. Better already. I like it better already. And now it stands out. And then I'll just... This light's gonna fuck me so hard. I wish I could dim just this light. I could shut it off. That might be enough light. I'm gonna have to check the camera itself. I may be able to get away with no direct downfiring light if these are doing like side light. Please don't hit the turntable. Rolling ball. Don't hit, no. God, balls never listen. That's as far as that one will go, isn't it? You know what? I'll see if the shadows on this are weird. Because I got a hard dark shadow there and a light shadow there. I have to turn that around 180. The problem with track lights is they don't spin 360 because there's wires. I don't want you to twist them. So I gotta remove this fiber optic cable, which this is how I hear what's going on in VR when my friends and family are playing. And then we gotta turn. I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm fucking blind. Oh Jesus, that's so bright. Okay. There we go. And now put this back up. Just lean it a little bit on top, just like that. It's all permanently temporary. Temporarily permanent. I feel like there's a t-shirt design in that. Anyway, I'm good to go. Move these things back. I need that box. I need access to this 50 feet of fiber optic cable. Ah! Maybe I'll put this behind me so it doesn't freak me out while I'm doing the review. Just gotta remember it's behind me. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'm golden. Let's make sure I did the analog check. I did the digital check. That's just doing its thing. These speakers are fine. If they're in the background, we got a good wallpaper. I think I have the actual website open. I've got the instructions open. I've got the main website open, and I should have speaker stands I don't need. Should have, please don't be porn. Oh, the conversion for that price to dollars from euros. The amplifier. Those speakers, the other speakers. There it is, $489 for the one that's just the analog outputs. where it goes from analog to digital, then digital back to analog. Or if you want to skip that process, it's an extra 100 and... Fuck, it was on the Parks Audio tab, which is no longer on the where I need it to be. Get the mouse. Let's move the Puffin over. Put this over here. We're going to go down. Yeah, $639. So it's an extra 140, 150 bucks to get the fiber optic out. It's only an extra $100 to get a coaxial digital out, which the guy asked me which one I wanted. I'm like, fiber optic, because I know if I use splitters as an example, that's, you know, for $50 more, I don't give a shit. And apparently the red Puffin manual is $4 if you lose it or something. I don't know. Yeah. All right. I got to brush up again on the instruction manual because it is just... He goes into such detail. Here, wait. Let me find you one. Like, there's phase and there's out. Balance is easy enough. Load. Room EQ. And then there's that. Look at derumble. Derumble's a whole page. The usefulness of this type of filter as a rumbled filter during vinyl playback was first mentioned in 1979. It's giving me a fucking world history report, which I love. But I have to reread it in case I missed something. Like, I figured out how the gain setting shows you if you're clipping on both the input and output stages. Like, fuck. I was over here worshiping that IFI phono preamp because it has balanced out. Who cares if it's got balanced out? This has digital out. I could go to a $20 million DAC, which I wouldn't do because that's too expensive. I need to put this here so I can grab it. Using the mouse is going to be literally fucking impossible. I'll use it on my lap. I'll probably maybe reach back for this. I want it on that page though. Here we go. Here's the control for the boot cart. Do not use a power conditioner with a Puffin or place a Wi-Fi device or phone near the Puffin as it may cause some noise that affects the noise floor. Do I have a power conditioner? You're on a UPS, but it's not a power conditioner? We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, it's just running on the splitter. It's coming from a UPS, but not a power conditioner. I'll leave this here in case I want to just go through that with people on the internet. And this. And there's a subwoofer hooked up. This fucking amp will power a subwoofer and it'll cut off correctly. Like, oh, it's so nice. So everything here is golden. Thank you for stopping by, watching me fucking lose my mind. And that, by the way, this works. In case you didn't remember, I dropped it. I'm sure someone time-stamped it in the comments like, haha, watch Zeos drop a $700 fucking piece of equipment. It's not $700, it's like $630. That's fine. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you for stopping by. I'll go through some vinyl in case I want to pick something not Cowboy Bebop, but I like Cowboy Bebop. But then it's also a risky, clicky play button Cowboy Bebop. Also, I need that near me so I could literally lift the needle so it's not just running onto the edge. Anyway, I'm going to take the camera off my head right now. See how the lighting looks. 1% battery. Excellent. That looks perfectly fine. Oh, I should probably take it out of linear. All right, I'm going to take this out of linear, and I'll do the review in about 20 minutes. Thank you for this 1 hour and 3 minute remain.